This has been one of the most exciting seasons in IMSA history. From the grueling endurance marathon of the Rolex 24 at Daytona to the epic battles at Sebring, Road America and Indianapolis, IMSA is truly a spectacle. Born in 1969, today bigger than ever. You have to experience it to believe it.
The best drivers in the world across 4 classes.
The 2025 campaign has delivered drama, speed and championship chasing intensity. The manufacturer, team and driver battles have been fierce throughout, with tons of drama on track. Oh, 2 hits! Oh, there it is! In the top class, returning champs Porsche Penske Motorsport came out of the gates on fire.
3 wins in a row to start the 2025 season.
But Acura was able to stop their run in Detroit.
Oh, look at that!
BMW broke through with a 1-2 at Road America. This year's championship is still up for grabs. The GT classes have also been tight, with the Winward Racing Mercedes squad seeking back-to-back championships. And a purple dinosaur seeks a breakthrough title with a seasoned vet behind the wheel. The stakes will be sky high when the championship heads to Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta for MOTUL Petit Le Mans, a 10-hour endurance showdown. This is where legacies are made and history created, where we all know it can come down to the final lap and even the last turn. This is the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship preview.
This is IMSA, the ultimate stage for automotive innovation and endurance. And Petit Le Mans, the finale, the decider. 10 hours that define a season. Welcome to the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship preview. I'm Brian Till, along with sports car expert Calvin Fish, as well as Matt Yoakum and Chris Wilner. We'll take a look back at the 2025 season, as well as where we're headed in just a few days' time. And what a year it has been, Cal. And I'm not talking about just the racing. It's the totality of the season. Every weekend has felt like a festival, world-class racing on track, combined with electricity in the paddock, the fans, the culture. It's an energy I've never seen before.
Well, Brian, I think we're really living in a new golden era for motorsports here in North America because the interest level is at an all-time high. We've got 11 OEMs in this field, 10 of whom have already seen success this year on the championship scene. I think that may change by the time we get through Petit Le Mans as well. But I think it's a championship that the fans have absolutely embraced. They've come out in droves at these classic circuits that we run at in the IMSA Championship this year. But I think more importantly, the drivers want to be here. Many of these drivers run in various championships around the world, but they know that a win in IMSA is something special. And for the few who are in championship contention going to Petit Le Mans, if they could add an IMSA title to their resume, that is certainly something special for them.
Special indeed. And it wasn't just the factory heavyweights making headlines. There's such a level playing field now in IMSA. Teams that are continuing their growth like Dragon Speed, AO Racing, and Winward have made massive statements in their championships. What stood out to you about the newcomers this year?
Well, I think there's a couple of new younger teams, Brian, that really made a statement this year. DXDT made their IMSA debut with that Corvette. Yes, they ran it last year in a North American Championship with a lot of success, so they had a big notebook coming in. That really drove them forward. And I think on top of that, we had Robert Wickens make his IMSA debut here at Long Beach. He didn't just go quick immediately in the car. He went to the top of the timesheets in free practice too. And I thought that really put a smile on everyone's face in the IMSA paddock. And then when you think about Triazzi Competizione, been around for a couple of years now, haven't really got to victory lane. They drafted in Kenton Cook mid-season when he was let go by Kordoff. That was the magic sauce. Immediately victory lane at Road America, and that's thrown Kenton Cook, despite running for 2 different teams, right into this Drivers' Championship chase when we head to Road Atlanta next weekend.
Yeah, the season has really had it all. Spectacular racing, unforgettable atmosphere, and fans driving the momentum forward. And now we'll take you through the defining battles, introduce you to the breakout stars, and the highlight moments that have made 2025 so compelling. And we're not even finished with the championships yet. So for you, Calvin, what are some of the more memorable, the standout moments of the year?
Let's start at the beginning, the Rolex 24. Porsche Penske going back, repeating, but I think significantly for one of their drivers, Nick Tandy, finally got that final 24-hour win. He's won all these 24-hour races around the globe. He got the Tandy Slam. He got that 4th one. Daytona, he couldn't quite get it home. He got it done. Then when you think about Robert Wickens, yes, he's been an IMSA champion in the Michelin Pilot Challenge back in 2023. He wanted to make that big move. He got in the car immediately, had success, had speed. That was a magic moment for everyone. And when you look at the battles around the championship chase, I think Detroit, the street fight there, it was literally a fight. It looked like Nasser and Tandy going to have another podium run, maybe a win. He got elbowed off the podium that day. That brought Acura to the front. They get their first win. Then when you look at GTD Pro, wow, Ford versus Chevy in front of the Renaissance Center, and it was Ford who brought home their second victory of the year. They've been on a roll. They are still in this title fight as well.
In IMSA, few prizes carry more weight than the watch. That is, of course, the Rolex Cosmograph Daytona. It's the perfect symbol of achievement, a blending of luxury and toughness, art and passion. And previously, you'd only earn one for winning the Rolex 24 at Daytona. But new this season, the season champions will receive one as well. It's more than a watch, it's a badge of honor. Here's what it means to the drivers.
For me, they're really tremendous mementos, you know, and they kind of document those moments, those whole years. I really enjoy kind of cycling through the pieces that I have and kind of reliving those years and those moments and kind of what got you there. They're little tributes to kind of all the hard work that goes into it. You know, you kind of have to certainly dedicate your life to this sport, so there's nothing better than, you know, a piece like this to take with you to remember it.
You know, it's the chase of getting a watch is what everybody's after who's into watches, and you can only chase this by winning 9 races and winning the championship, so it's a special chase if you win this one, so really cool.
I've been into watches for a chunk of my life, and people always said, you don't own a Rolex. And I said, there's only one Rolex I ever wanted. That was what I said, and I'm not gonna, and you don't buy it, you earn it. So now there's 2 Rolexes I want.
Yeah, for me it means really a lot more than the trophy, more than anything. And like you say, this is something you can pass to your kids, to your family. This goes down in history, and nobody can take it away. And that's kind of a different present you get from racing at times, like Daytona as well.
Yeah, it's certainly a family heirloom you can pass on, but to me, you can't buy it. You have to win it. That's the part that's really special about it.
Still ahead, we'll dive into the season's biggest class battles. From GTP to GTD Pro, championships are coming down to the wire. And we'll have a preview of MOTUL Petit Le Mans, where titles will be decided and legends are made. Stick with us.
My mind's like a battlefield, the pressure's holding on. Old scar that don't ever heal reminds me where I'm from. Fight back all my demons, the devil ain't got nothing on me. I don't need no permission, I just take everything that I need. Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Standing at the top of my empire.
Now they're going up against each other for overall honors.
Whitman looking to the outside. This is whoa! Nasser, Porsche Penske win at Long Beach.
Oh, here comes Vantor.
Vantor rubbing elbows with Tandy. Tandy sends it. Vantor's off the road. Down to the inside is argy-bargy.
The number 6, Matthew Jaminet, Matty Campbell. They break through. They take the victory at Laguna. Now there's contact there. Whoa. Whoa. Here comes Ricky Taylor. Is there contact? There is. Go for all lead.
Here we go.
Check this out. Tandy on the inside of Bestie. Tom Blomqvist and Colin Brown. Maya Shank Racing wins the Salem 6 Hours of the Glen.
Taylor on the attack.
Whoa.
He's in the dirt. He's around. Felipe Nasser is on the hunt.
Going to do the over-under, cuts back and misjudges it by just mere inches.
BMW, Team RLL, they'll take the win at Road America.
Heating up at the front, Ricky Taylor in the blue car, trying to hold off Jack Aitken. Looks like this is going to be the pass here. Ringler is on it. You can see the language of the car. He does it in late for turn 1.
Felipe Nasser wins the Rolex 24 at Daytona.
Oh, and Albuquerque's off the road. Can he control it before he gets to the fence? Yes, he does.
From pole position to victory lane, Nick Yellerly and Ringer van der Zande win in Detroit.
2023 at Sebring for Aitken, they'll break the drought. Jack Aitken, Wheelan, they win at Indianapolis. When you look at the IMSA paddock, center stage is often occupied by the fastest class, and that is undoubtedly GTP. These are the machines that are the ultimate cool. The prototypes that set the pace, showcase the latest high-tech innovations, and bring manufacturers into true heavyweight title contentions. And Cal, what makes it so compelling is that week after week, no one team, no one manufacturer has had it easy.
It's so tough to win in GTP, and that's what makes the Penske Porsche first half of the year so incredible. They dominated things. The 7 car went on a tear at the beginning, winning at the Rolex, went to Sebring, won there, won on the West Coast on the streets of Long Beach. First time they got beat was by their teammates, the number 6 squad at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca. Then we get to that street fight in Detroit. They had the lead there. They lost it. Suddenly the 7 car was off the podium for the first time this year. That opened up the door for Acura. They went 3 on the bounce in terms of pole positions. They get the win with the 93 at Detroit. They follow up with the big win at the 6 Hours of the Glen. So 2 in a row for Maya Shank. And then BMW said, let's embrace this. My turn. They go 1-2 at Road America. So that was huge for them. Kept them in the championship chase. And it was Cadillac. When are they going to win? They hadn't seen victory lane all year. Well, they go to Indianapolis. A huge stage there. They go 1-2. That was a big moment for them.
Over 2 years, Porsche Penske Motorsport has turned potential into triumph, and they've redefined what it takes to win at this level. Can you put your finger on just the one thing that makes this organization so successful?
No, I think you have to tick every box. I mean, they went 1-2 in the championship last year, and then they said, you know what, we need to tweak the driver lineup. Nazar and Dane Cameron won last year. They said, we're going to bring Tandy into that 7 car. We're going to bring the Mathieu and Matt game back to town. They won in GTD Pro in recent history, so they have great chemistry there. So they recognize the bar has continually moved. They couldn't just rest on their laurels. They had to come back with a fresh face on their lineup, and that got immediate effect. 4 on the bounce to start this championship season.
Always trying to be better, and that sets up our next story. Here's a closer look at Porsche Penske Motorsport's successful 2-year run in GTP.
We knew it was going to be a Porsche Penske coming into today, and it is going to be the 7.
Because we had such a good season in 24, winning all the championships, won the endurance title, won everything. You think, you know, those years, that don't happen often.
Winning Daytona back-to-back, it doesn't happen very often, and then I think, okay, we got Daytona, let's face Sebring the same way, and boom, another, you know, you're talking about the big races of the year, and for me, that's history in the making already, you know, when you do that.
He's now won overall in every big endurance race in America.
And ultimately, you might win a few, you might lose a few, but we won a few, and then all of a sudden somebody said, well, look at what you've done. And then you think, oh, actually, yeah, that's pretty damn cool.
Well deserved.
Toughest competition at the moment is the sister car, which is awesome because, you know, if it's not us, then it's going to be them.
You know, obviously we're both trying to do the best job for 6 and 7 for Porsche Penske Motorsport, but also for ourselves with the driver championship.
This is situations I kind of like. I really like the pressure and the tension and the fights. So if it comes down to this, and if I'm in the car, yeah, I'll give it my all. And yeah, for a championship for sure, we'll take all the risks we need to do to try to grab it. This is pretty clear.
We've definitely have to have the same approach we've had all year and just focus on our own job and try and make no mistakes. I mean, in the end of the day, that's what's put us in this position thus far, and yeah, hopefully it can pay off in our favour.
We expect to win. When I go to any race, I expect it to play out like this, and I'm going to end in victory lane.
Penske currently leads the way in the GTP class, but the beauty of the season is they weren't alone. The intense competition in the manufacturer battle has kept the championship unpredictable all year long.
It certainly has. And with the Acura kind of dominance there in the middle of the season, winning a couple of races, that really closed them up in the manufacturer points. Penske and Porsche have been on the back foot a little bit of late, so suddenly we go into Petit Le Mans. There's just a handful of points between Acura and Porsche for that manufacturer's title, and that is one that the OEMs really give a lot of importance to.
The championship we're fighting for right now is the manufacturer's championship, and the only thing we're thinking about is that. So whatever move we make on track, whatever, it's with that in our back of our mind to say, how can we win that one?
We work very well as a cross-car team as well. Both the 60 guys and the 93 guys all work together actually as drivers as well, and we're very open. So anything we can do, whether it's one car or the other, that, you know, can win that race and close that gap even further, we'll do it.
When you think about BMW, they're out of that manufacturer's fight. They're too far back coming in the final round, but they're definitely in the Drivers' Championship. That 1-2 finish at Road America was huge for them. They have a chance at this title. But I think when you look at the overall season, the brilliant debut of the Aston Martin Valkyrie, the fans have absolutely loved that shrilling sound of that V12 engine. It's something to behold. They are a great addition to this championship fight, and I think they could pull a surprise here next weekend.
Still ahead, we shift gears to GTD Pro, some of the fiercest, closest racing that we've seen all season long. Factory-backed teams, superstar drivers, and championship drama at every turn. Our full class breakdown is coming up next.
GTD Pro is turned into a heavyweight title fight.
It's the best field ever assembled.
They're so close. This is going to be a slugfest.
Are you ready? This is it.
We are racing, and the run down to turn 1 begins. Championship contenders, they're making some early moves.
AO Racing goes to victory lane here at the Sebring 12-hour.
AO Racing, they win in California.
If you reppin' the name, so raise a cup to the legends of the game.
The fight between Corvette and BMW just got ugly.
First win in 2025. The number 3 Corvette takes the win at VIR
in GTD Pro. How about that for Dragon Speed?
Victorious here at the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park.
In the GTD Pro Ford Multimatic Motorsports are your Rolex 24-hour winners. Big moment for Ford and Dennis Olsen.
So raise a cup to that victory lane. So raise a cup. We ain't playing today. So raise a cup. If you reppin' the name, so raise a cup to the legends of the game.
For Miller Racing, they rebound from a tough Detroit to succeed at Watkins Glen.
Pull to flag victory, perfectly executed.
Ford is going to celebrate a massive win.
BMW wins in GTD Pro.
What a day for BMW here at Road America.
Set Prio, Ford Mustang, onto the front straightaway. They'll chalk up yet another victory.
Whoever beats the other one at Petit Le Mans can win this championship.
Brian Till and Calvin Fish back with you to continue our IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship preview. So we'll move on now to GTD Pro, where, Cal, you might say it's a class where passion meets precision. Competition, it's been relentless, with Corvette returning to the spotlight, defending champion Porsche trading blows with just about everybody else on track, I think, and the return of Ford versus Chevy in earnest. And as you might expect, there are indeed others also in the mix in the championship battle that goes right down to the wire at Petit Le Mans.
Yes, but I think the spotlight has certainly been on that Ford versus Chevy battle this year. Chevy have the championship lead with the 3 squad. So much experience in that car with Antonio Garcia and Alex Sims. They got that breakthrough win at VIR. That increased their points lead, certainly, going into Indianapolis. Solid day there. They have the lead. It is really tight going into Petit Le Mans. But when you look at race victories, Ford have 3. Come out of the box, winning the biggest race at the Rolex. And for the 64 squad of Sebastian Priaulx and also Mike Rockenfeller, so much experience there with Mike and Rocky, and certainly Sebi's a really great young talent in our championship paddock right now. I think they get that big win at Indy coming out of the last round. They go in with a slight chance of the championship. I think their big thing is they're winning races again. They won on the streets of Detroit in front of the Renaissance Center. That was massive for the Ford brand.
Well, I like the Ford Chevy thing, but the movie Ford versus Ferrari was a good one too. So where's Ferrari in all of it?
Well, it was a surprise to see Dragon Speed come back in the pro ranks. They made their debut at the end of last year.
Big surprise.
It was kind of an off-the-cuff decision. They finished last year at Petit Le Mans, walking away. Ricci had made the announcement we're probably not coming back next year. Eldon said, hang on a moment, we run a Ferrari, and they put their forces together. They come out of the box, and Albert Costa is very much in this championship fight. Yes, he's not had a regular teammate all year, but he's only a handful of points going back from that number 3 squad heading in the final round. They're very much in this game.
I think the fact that he hadn't had a regular teammate makes it all the much more impressive, right? So let's talk about Lauren Heinrich, Rexy, right? We got the gold tooth in the grill for the wins and all that, but I think they lost some teeth along the way because That car's been hit by everybody this year.
Incredible. It's green, it's Rexy, but it's like he's got a red target on his back because he got involved with so many cars throughout the course of the season, but particularly the number 4 Corvette. It seemed like Nicky Katzberg and Lauren Heinrich had to have a fight every single weekend. They look like they're back in it again, but just too many rough weekends. He's a long shot going into this final round of the championship.
Well, the drivers have lived it firsthand, the passion, the precision, and the pressure that defines GTD Pro, especially in 2025. Let's hear from the ones who've made it happen.
How would you describe 2025?
Well, I mean, from our side, lots has happened at each of the races, but consistency has been a real strength of ours this year with the results. You know, we've been able to recover situations where at some points during the race, the outlook wasn't particularly great, and we've actually come away with a 3rd or a 4th place and been able to pick up really good points.
It's been a good surprise to be here fighting for the championship, and yeah, we are the only Ferrari on the Pro class, and so it's been an amazing season, to be honest.
And when you look at Petit, do you like the fact that the championship's going to be decided there?
It's not only winning the race, there are many times there that you are just there to win the championship. So at times you just forget about the real strategy to win the race, that you are fighting for the big trophies.
I always race for win, because if I'm not with this mentality, it's better to stay at home. Petit Le Mans is a race that in the first sector you can win a lot on times, but you can lose a lot, because you cut a lot the chicane, you use a lot the curbs, and you can destroy it a little bit, the car, no? So you need to take care of the car because you need to survive, as you said.
One of the things that makes IMSA so special isn't just what you see, it's what you hear. The roar, the rumble, the pure symphony of high horsepower racing machines. Here's a look and a listen at the amazing sounds of IMSA, where you literally have to hear it to believe it. And the sounds are just a part of the story, as IMSA isn't just about the cars and the competition. It's about the people who fill the grandstands and bring the energy to every race weekend. The fans make this sport feel like a festival, and nobody captures that better than our own Chris Wilner. Chris, take it away.
What makes IMSA racing so special each and every round of the championship are the diehard fans that come out in droves. So we're going to go visit with a few of them and discuss what really gravitates them to the sport. What makes IMSA so special and what brings you back?
Oh, wow. The sounds, the atmosphere, the race fans. 1 day out of the year, this is heaven on earth for us.
That they're just no holds barred. They just go after it.
The excitement, the exhilaration, the sounds.
I love being in the pits, and the grid walk is fantastic.
You guys cater to the fans every year. We love it.
Just great for the family. There's plenty of stuff to do on and off track.
Do you have a favorite car or team in IMSA?
The AMG guys. Huge Mercedes fans.
I'm actually a BMW guy.
What? But you're wearing a Porsche shirt.
It's a cool shirt.
Seeing more Corvettes out there and seeing some independents running them, that's great.
Just been following Rexy, Roxy, and Spike around.
Dylan and his son Carson joining us here. Carson, I gotta ask, why Rexy is your favorite dinosaur?
Because he wins a lot of races.
I did get to sit in the car, though. They took us around the track one year.
What is an experience like being on a racetrack? Because you got an experience not a lot of people get.
Oh, it was more fun watching her scream.
Still ahead, we'll break down the GTD class, the most highly subscribed field in IMSA, with incredible stories from powerhouse teams and privateers alike. Upset wins, breakout stars, and championship drama all the way to the season's end. That's coming up next.
Oh, big one.
Now let's just push Hawksworth
The championship leader is on the march right now.
Help our podium celebrate!
Big celebration there.
And heartbreak.
Side by side.
Phenomenal. That was hard fought. Talk about a comeback.
Who wants to get wet?
Winward Racing's chase for a second straight GTD title has been more than just a championship run. It's a father-son story, proof that IMSA is both a spectacle and a family. Here's their journey.
GTD, it's going to be Winward Racing.
Last year, reality surpassed the dream winning the championship. And they always say the hardest thing to do is to repeat.
You know, we came in and won the first 4 races in a row last year, and the first race onward, I mean, we were in the championship lead and had, I think, banked a little bit more in the pocket by the time we arrived at VIR in 2024.
But also it was a different situation where we were all put in with the torque sensors coming in this year. So it's a bit of an unknown for all the teams, and it's a bit of a reset. So even more competition at front than you did last year, which is good for racing, it's good for the sport.
So you race with Russell and Bryce. Can you tell me the differences between the two, or are there more similarities than differences?
There's way more similarities. The age, I'd say, and everything else is very similar. We've got the temper, you know, we've got the same drive style.
So they both get around 10,000 RPM, 12,000.
They can. I think I'd rather have that than somebody that doesn't care, and that's what you need for a championship winning team.
Bryce, father, and Russell, the son, have done a great job of building this program.
Proud dad. I mean, there's not much more to say, and I think he runs the team now. I think in the early days I used to help him quite a bit, but he is Winward Racing, and so I'm proud to be a part of it.
What's the biggest role model part that you picked up from your dad?
The work ethic, I mean, this guy's a machine. I mean, it's brought him so much success in his life. I think it's brought the race team so much success. There's not many people that are, you know, going to get the opportunity to spend this time, you know, with their parents, and you know, I think he was pretty fortunate to be able to do it with his dad, and you know, I'm really fortunate to be able to do it with him.
One of the most powerful stories in IMSA this season has to be Robert Wickens' return to a premier level of motorsport, the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship.
And I think, Brian, after everything he's overcome, his first season at this level was more than just about results. It was about proving the power of determination. His journey is an inspirational comeback story that reminds us what human endurance is all about.
Being out on the track and the reaction from the fans was an image, and just the sound of it. You just couldn't get that out of your head. It was so special to you.
It was, you know, that's what I just love about motorsport, that the fans are so passionate and so supportive and so kind, frankly. I realized that they were just cheering for me the whole time. It gave me goosebumps, and it's like it just validated why I wanted to do this so bad. What I love most is when I'm at an IMSA event and hearing stories on how their lives changed or were affected based off of what I was doing. It's a super humbling experience. It's something that I never expected would happen. It makes me want to keep going. You know, I feel like now I have a bit of responsibility that I didn't know I had prior, but it's one I'm happy to carry with me.
Where are we looking at for 2026 and beyond?
Well, I think the first step for me is I want to be full-time in this great series. You know, just getting a taste of it in the sprints, you know, it was such an amazing experience, and I didn't even get to call it like the marquee events. If you look at a sheet of paper of all the OEMs in GTD, Corvette would have been #1 on the list. So the fact that I just had the privilege to drive for such an amazing brand this year was, frankly, a dream come true for many reasons. You know, Ron Fellows has been a mentor of mine since I was 11 years old when he started the Snowco Ron Fellows Karting Championship for young kids to prove their abilities. And so kind of to carry the baton of being the Corvette guy in Canada was something special. If I could be on the grid with DXCT Racing next year in a Corvette Z06 GT3R, I'll be a happy man.
Record. Start.
Motorsport and Hollywood. Two worlds colliding in spectacular fashion. And yes, IMSA was right at the heart of it. When producer Jerry Brockheimer and director Joseph Kosinski set out to capture the speed and intensity of Formula One for the new F1 movie, they turned to IMSA to get things rolling. The cars, the people, the expertise brought the realism that racing fans demanded, with the awesome backdrop of the Rolex 24 at Daytona. With Wright Motorsports and Turner Motorsport playing key roles, IMSA was pivotal to the movie's success, grossing over $600 million worldwide and becoming Apple's highest-grossing theatrical film ever, and Brad Pitt's career best.
Next, we'll dive into the LMP2 class, a fan favorite and one of the most competitive fields in IMSA. Veteran drivers, rising stars, and privateer teams battling wheel to wheel all season long. Our full breakdown of the LMP2 category is next.
The green flag is in the air for 2025 and the start of the IMSA WeatherTech SportsCar Championship.
The fight is pretty epic in LMP2. Wow, it's Alvarez getting shoved off.
We have a big one. Spike.
PJ Hyatt is behind the wheel.
Kind of big issue. Oh, there's a big crash there as they come out of the boot.
That is the 43 of the champion from last year, Tom Dillman. The LMP2 class, boy, that has been hotly contested. Doesn't get much better for United Autosport, that's for sure. Winning the Rolex 24, winning the Salem 6 Hours of the Glen.
More drama in LMP2. Spike the Dragon flies across the line in the hands of Dane Cameron. They'll celebrate the victory there, 2 in a row for AO Racing. Mike trying to get by. He's the meat in the sandwich. What?
Resma's around. Championship contention. Mikkel Jensen brings it home for the 3rd time in a row for TDS. They go 3 straight at Indy.
We rise above it.
Brian Till and Calvin Fish back with you on the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship preview. In 2025, LMP2 once again delivered some of the closest racing in the series. And the privateer spirit of the class has shown through with some incredible consistency and a razor-tight championship. And Calvin, you've seen this class evolve year after year.
Well, it's such a spectacular class, Brian. The racing has been great, and I think as a Pro-Am class, it's the ability of those AM drivers. They've really raised their game this year. Guys like PJ Hyatt, Stephen Thomas, Dan Goldberg, they are setting the table for their really high-profile pros to jump in, and then the fireworks really begin. When you think about those driver rosters, this field is absolutely stacked this year. We've got 4 ex-Formula One drivers, Paul di Resta, Sebastian Bourdais, Pietro Fittipaldi, Logan Sargent. They then go up against guys like Felipe Fraga, 4-time IMSA champ Dane Cameron. It's spectacular racing. It never disappoints, it seems.
So the end of those races are absolutely awesome to watch. I think about the championship, though, and I feel like the tide in that LMP2 championship changed at Road America.
Well, you talk about the end of the race as a spectacular. It was the start of the race at Road America that really turned this championship on its head. Dan Goldberg elected to make a bold move around the outside of George Kurtz. There was a glancing blow, but enough to tip Dan Goldberg hard into the fence. The championship table went upside down in that one moment.
It didn't take much to move him, and it didn't take much to change the points, right? We mentioned Dan Goldberg and those changing tides in the LMP2 championship. Matt Yoakum caught up with him after those dramatic events at Road America.
And Goldberg, the championship leader in LMP2, is off the road.
When you look back to that, what are some of the images that you conjure up?
It was crushing. Look, the season takes, almost perfection to win it, and some luck. We had some bad luck there. I replayed it a million times. What should I have done? Could I have done differently? Could I have left more room? Maybe, but just got to take the lickings, bad luck, make the best we can from here.
From Dan Goldberg's struggles to one of IMSA's most compelling stories over the last 2 seasons, AO Racing is becoming a well-recognized force in sports car racing. From fan favorite Rexy to real winners on track, this team has captured hearts while proving they belong with the best. It's a perfect example of how IMSA spectacle creates cult heroes, blending community, culture, and competition. So here's a look at AO Racing's rise.
It goes to Paul. He got it.
AO Racing wins in LMP2 for the very first time.
Fans always go, AO, is that like archaeological something? Where does the AO come from?
It's not that clever of a backstory. I had a car collection called Automokes, and that doesn't sound like a really cool race name, so we just shortened it to AO and stuck racing on the end of it. So.
But it's easy to resonate with. AO.
Yeah.
Did you think when you had conversations with your kids that it would take off like it did?
Apparently they're tiny little marketing geniuses, because no, that wasn't. It's sort of this happy accident that, we did something silly together, and it turns out that it resonated in such a powerful way to have the success on track last year with winning the GTD Pro Championship, but then seeing so many fans excited about what we're doing.
Rexy or Spike or the team might not have had the best day at the racetrack, but the kids don't really care. It's really amazing to see, kids and fans be able to uplift our team and organization when maybe we haven't had the best day.
2 in a row for AO Racing.
Can you describe what it means to you guys to see everything come together, both with the brand but also on the racetrack?
You want to be successful in every program that you have. And so for us to find success so early with the GTD Pro program and the Porsche and Rexy, it's only natural that we're now doing it with the 99. It's certainly great for us to see the progression from last year to where we are now, going in the last 2 races as title contenders.
The fan engagement and everything has been absolutely wonderful, but Gunnar and I started this team to win. We want everyone excited about what we're doing, but we also want them to root for winners, and that's always been our goal.
Coming up, we turn to the season finale, the 2025 MOTUL Petit Le Mans at Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta. Championship battles, high-stakes strategy, and unforgettable racing all come together in one epic weekend. A first look at what's in store next.
Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta, a stage where speed meets endurance and legends are forged in the dark of night. For more than 2 decades, MOTUL Petit Le Mans has been an incredible test of man and machine. This year, 50-plus cars will take the green flag. GTP prototypes at the cutting edge. GTD Pro and GTD machines locked in class battles of their own. Acura, Porsche, BMW, Cadillac. Every factory giant chasing one last shot at glory. 4 class championships will be decided, in addition to the prestige of winning one of the world's biggest endurance races. 10 hours, day into night, strategies unfolding, pit crews pushed to the edge, drivers wrestling with exhaustion, traffic, and the unforgiving asphalt of Road Atlanta, knowing that in the end, only one team will stand at the top of the podium. The 2025 MOTUL Petit Le Mans, the championship finale, where history waits to be written.
Looking ahead to Saturday's MOTUL Petit Le Mans at Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta, the stage is set for a season finale full of championship tension and emotional stakes. I got to believe that the campfires around the circuit aren't the only things that are guaranteed to be hot, and the fireworks, you can bet there will be plenty of them on the racetrack before the official fireworks take over at the drop of the checkered flag. Now, titles in all of the classes are still up for grabs, so Calvin, with so much on the line, what are you expecting?
Drama, big drama. It's 10 hours of high-intensity racing that seems to ramp up to a whole new level when you get to those final hours. We're in the darkness, of course.
Down the inside, he's a pass underneath, there's a touch, oh, he's taken the fourth out, he's taken the fourth out.
Wayne Taylor Racing wins MOTUL Petit Le Mans into the brake zone at turn 10.
He goes out. He's going to keep it going, Naz is going to get the grip, Taylor gets the position.
And the Mazda, the 55 is going to win Petit Le Mans.
Naz has got the run.
Championship battle across the line. Felipe Nasa as Action Express celebrate.
The leader has no lights. They can't see him coming. He's an invisible 190-mile-an-hour bullet. 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light. They're all on now. And that's all that matters. He's flashing them as he takes the checkered flag. Ringer van der Zande behind the wheel of the Cadillac win at Petit Le Mans.
All right, so the time has come to make some predictions for the 2025 MOTUL Petit Le Mans and season championships. All right, Calvin, we'll start with GTD. I get to go first. All right, so I'm going race win, the 27 Heart of Racing Aston Martin, Tom Gamble, Casper Stevenson. They have been quick all season long. I think they're going to find a way to win at MOTUL.
I think it's the number 12. I don't think that Vassar Sullivan Lexus group are going to go winless on the year. I think Parker Thompson, Jack Hawksworth, Frankie Montecalvo, they call themselves the Tomahawk. They're going to come through and win this one.
Let's go to GTD Pro now, where I'm going to go with Paul Miller Racing. They've won Petit Le Mans before. They know how to get it done. They've got two strong BMWs, but I'm going with the 48 of Hessa and Harper. I think they're going to find a way to break through. And remember, that program in a little bit of limbo for next year. Is it one cars or two? You want to make sure you get that win at Petit on your resume.
I'm going with Rexy, another gold tooth. I don't think Lauren Heinrich is going to go winless from May all the way to the end of this season. I think he's going to be fighting hard. Really big outside chance for the championship. He's going to come through with a big win.
Well, you know what's important in motorsport? That's momentum. So when we go to LMP2, I'm looking at momentum for the race winner at Petit Le Mans. I'm going with the 11, the TDS squad. Stephen Thomas has been on his game as of late, and that's what you really need. You need that bronze driver to perform under really difficult conditions. They're going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, and I think the pressure is off them a little bit in terms of the driver championship. They won here at Petit Le Mans last year. I'll go along with the 11 as well for LMP2 win.
All right, GTP, the big boys. I look at it, and again, emotion, desire has something to do. It just seems to provide a little bit more power. That emotion, that desire is with Team RLL and BMW. I think the 24 is going to find a way to win. BMW and RLL have been getting stronger all season long. I don't think it has anything to do with the equipment. I think it's something internal within the team. They're going to find a way to close the season out on a high with a win.
Petit Le Mans is all about drama. Wayne Taylor Racing, they seem to have been part of that drama over the years. But I think the 10 cars are going to come through. Just came up one position shy in terms of win at Indianapolis. I think they're going to have a big night and get a big win at the end of the season.
Wayne will be glad to know that you included his name and drama in the same sentence, right? All right, so let's move on to championships now, and we'll start back with GTD. That's an easy one. You look at the 57. They've got such a big lead, and again, I think experience, you can win races, but you've got to learn how to win championships. And Winward has done that, and they're going to do it again this year.
We don't agree on much, Brian, but I'll agree with you here. Healthy championship lead. They're so poised. They're so confident. They just need to tick the box and finish the race.
All right, well, experience again in GTD Pro, Corvette Racing. They've won 15 IMSA championships. That experience is going to help them find a way.
I'm going with the prancing horse. I think Dragon Speed are going to come through. So much passion in that group. Elton Julian, Albert Costa, just a handful of points back. If they just beat the 3, the title will be theirs.
Yeah, it's probably not a bad bet. And like you said, it's really whoever finishes in front of the other. So let's move to LMP2, where Spike the Dragon. I mean, they've been flying. I think Dane Cameron needs to sit PJ Hyatt down and just say, let's go over our roles. This is your role at Petit. If we finish well, the championship is ours, and that's what you want. You want that championship.
And they just need to keep an eye on that 22 car. It's almost like a match play situation. Don't think about the win. Just think where they are in the race. Where do we need to position ourselves? Stay out of trouble. It's not easy, but I agree with you. The 99 for the championship.
All right, I'm going big and bold with my prediction for the GTP championship. I said the 24 to win Petit. I think they're going to win the championship. They're back there. They're a ways back, but Porsche Penske Motorsport has been struggling of late. We saw it certainly with the 7. If that infection gets to the 6 and they have a bad day, 24 is poised to take the championship.
I think the 6 car are going to do it. It's sure to be an up and down roller coaster type day. It always is at Petit Le Mans, but they have such a championship lead. They know they don't need a podium necessarily, just a solid result. That's what Mathieu Jaminet and Matt Campbell have been doing all season long. I expect that trend to continue through Petit Le Mans.
I didn't expect the safe bet out of you, but there it is. I think that certainly is the safer bet. Well, that's it for our IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship preview. Don't just watch the spectacle, be a part of it. Follow the action and the intensity. We'll see you Saturday, October 11th for the MOTUL Petit Le Mans at noon Eastern Time on NBC. Thanks for watching, everyone.